Uber users. That number was set by HMRC in 2011. That number is 11 years old. Nobody ever agreed to that number. Uber set that number. We didn't agree to it. We'll never agree to it. So for two reasons, Uber are completely in violation of the Supreme Court ruling, and we won't accept it. Now, I want to say something more about the Uber files and what we learned last week. You know, Uber lost their license here because of failing to obey the law. They threatened all our jobs with that. And the judge said that anybody that was involved in kill switches, surveillance, evasion of regulatory action had to leave the company. So Joe Bertram, Harry Porter, the people running Uber at the time, all had to go. But the guy who ran this program is a guy called Pierre Dimitri Gore-Coty. Two double-barrel names, right? He kept his mouth shut. He was running Uber in all of Western Europe. He kept his mouth shut. Uber covered for him. He's a convicted criminal in France. He's a convicted criminal. He couldn't get a private hire driver's license in London. He's a convicted criminal. Did Uber fire him? No. Dara opposed him. He now runs, he's on the Uber executive board. He runs Uber Eats worldwide. We have asked for him to be sacked. That's what that means there. Sack PDGC, Pierre Dimitri Gore-Coty. Sack him now. We want accountability from Uber files. He put your life at risk. He put passengers at risk. He put their license at risk. He put our livelihoods at risk. He needs to go. Let me tell you something else about Transport for London. We've battled since 2015, 7 years, for the right to representation. We finally won it this year. Thank you to you. And we're the only union, the only organisation that had to meet a threshold of representation of volume of members. Nobody else had to do it. We had to do it. You know why? Because they didn't want us in there. They didn't want you to have a voice. But in 2020, Dara Khosrowshahi, the boss CEO, comes over. We have this in FOIs. He goes to see the Transport Commissioner at City Hall. You know what he demands? He demands the use of a private lift to go up and see the Mayor and the Transport Commissioner. A private lift in City Hall. And he demanded 2 private offices for him to take calls. This guy walked in, took over City Hall, Transport for London, and he's got on his executive board a convicted criminal, and they've been in violation of the Supreme Court, and they've been in violation of transport law, they've been in violation of employment law all this time, and he walks into City Hall and that's how they treat them, and that's how they treat us. We say no. No. We're demanding change. So we need Uber to obey the Supreme Court, Uber to pay waiting time, Uber to sack Pierre Dimitri Gore-Coty, Uber to end unfair deactivations, Uber to end unfair algorithmic management. We want all of these things, but most of all, we need money in your pocket every week, because Uber, even if we had agreed all of this settlement from the Supreme Court last year, even if we had agreed it, fuel inflation 44%, household inflation touching 10%, we can't live on that money anymore. We demand absolutely better. And listen, the government's not going to do it. In 2015, the government promised a new employment bill to tackle the gig economy. 2015, 2016, Theresa May promised it. They did the Taylor Review. They had a range of recommendations. What did they do? They set it on the shelf down in Whitehall, did nothing. You know what they decided to do this year? Another review. Still no employment bill in this parliament. Nothing. Why? Because Uber is running the shop. They've hired an elected councillor down in Barking at Dagenham, a woman called Princess Bright. They've hired the chief of staff for Rosie Winterton MP, a Labour MP. They've hired a head of staff for Karen Book in North Westminster. They've hired a bunch of Tory staffers. And all those people do is crawl around Westminster every day, killing the bill that would protect us. That's why we have to organise. They're killing us. They're shafting us. And we have to be organised. We have to fight, because the government's not going to protect us. Transport for London is not going to protect us. The police are sure as shit not going to protect us. The only people that will protect us is us. Keep it up. Who Wow, great, one of our guests from Unite the Community. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you. I'm here to show solidarity from Unite the Union. I'm here, oh, by the way, it's my birthday, but I chose to come here. I want to come here because I'm fed up. I'm fed up of being exploited. I'm fed up of what you were saying about people just, just not getting paid. I'm fed up of people like them having the corruption in there, and I want to give those people a notice of together, their friends in the Tory party are going under. We will make sure they go under as well. So I'm really fed up with that.
If you stand close to this and keep it up to your face.
Anyway, that's why I'm here on my birthday. But I also wanted to say that we have, we're the people who vote for City Council. We're the people who vote for Labour councils. And I'm fed up of them taking our money as well. They're not fighting for us. I was up with the Uber driver going to Euston, in where I live in sort of Peckham, and I said to him, "Oh, don't go down that road." Times of the day, and if you go down that road, you'll end up with a big fine. Have you all been getting fines from going down the roads? And I'm fed up of our Labour councils doing that to us as well.